Dear Diary, I've only been in our town for a few days, but I can feel my entire life changing, you know? I used to be so worried about cutie marks and my special talent and being good enough for my parents and my friends. But Starlight took all that away. I feel so unburdened and so happy. That's all what she really wants, you know? My happiness, my smiles, and of course I give them all to her. After all, you can't have a nightmare if you never have a dream. I'm so happy here. Diary, I'm finally where I belong. Dear Diary, I heard Double Diamond talking to Starlight today. He was talking about how great it was that Starlight released him from the burden of his cutie mark. I couldn't agree more. This is such a nice place. Every pony is always smiling. I don't feel like I have to compete for attention like I used to. You know those stress headaches I used to get? Gone, all gone. Oh, this town has so much done for me in such short amount of time. I feel like I should be doing more to thank Starlight, but of course she won't let me thank her more than any pony else. That would go against our town motto. Dear Diary, I had my first full night's sleep. Well, almost. I did wake up once, because I thought I heard some ponies shouting. Must have been one of my dreams. Oh, did I mention I'm not having bad dreams anymore? I mean, I'm still having them, but not as frequently. It's been days since I've had one of those scary dreams. Starlight is really the most kind and generous pony in Equestria. I feel like her presence has turned to me entirely a new pony. I can't stop smiling. I tried to stop, but there's so much to be happy about. The town and my headaches going away. The lack of stress. I can't stop smiling. Dear Diary, I'm in an exceptionally good mood today. Starlight invited all of us to a special party to celebrate our good health. It was amazing. We all gathered around her cottage and ate and talked about how awful our lives were before we came here. I told her all about how I used to be so competitive and how it ruined every friendship I ever had. Starlight was very sympathetic. She told me I was right to come here. She's right, of course. I wished I found this place sooner. Dear Diary, my day was wonderful. I spent the whole day just wandering around, smiling and waving at any pony who crossed my path. Did I mention that every pony here is so nice? But of course they are. No cutie marks. No judgment. Dear Diary, I've noticed Starlight going into some weird cave near town. I didn't want to pry. That would be going against her town spirit. But I decided to ask her on what she was doing. She had a basket full of heart with something within her. Whatever it was, she wouldn't let me show it. When I asked her what she was doing, she said she was picking mushrooms for tomorrow's dinner. Mushrooms, can you imagine? I never had mushrooms before, actually. I thought foods like mushrooms are forbidden. Oh, but if Starlight says we can have them, I guess they're okay. She's such a generous mare. Dear Diary, dinner was wonderful. I know I'm not supposed to eat more than any pony else, but I almost asked for seconds. Starlight is such a wonderful cook. It was nice of her to arrange this little dinner party for the whole town. She even made all the food herself. A few ponies offered to help, but she wouldn't hear of it. Starlight was really the more selfless pony I've ever met. She worked so hard to keep us all happy. The food was delicious, of course, especially those mushrooms. They were the color of coal, but they tasted amazing. There were plenty of side dishes, but I could have eaten 10 of those mushrooms by myself. Dear Diary, my stomach was upset. Goodness, it's been so long since I felt sick. But I'm sure it will go away. It's like Starlight always says, the removal of the cutie mark solves 90% of life's problems. I just have to keep these positive thoughts alive. How can I not be positive? Without my cutie mark, I have nothing to worry about. Dear Diary, Sugar Belle and Double Diamond have disappeared. I asked Starlight where they've gone, but she just smiled and told me not to worry. Of course I'm not worried, especially if Starlight says I shouldn't be. Still, I wonder where those places could have gone. I hope they haven't left the village, but that's silly. Why would any pony leave this place? It's the most wonderful little village of all of Equestria. Whatever those two have run off to. I hope they come back soon. I hear Starlight hosting another one of her dinner parties tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have to come back for more of those delicious mushrooms. Dear Diary, my stomachache hasn't gone away. I asked Starlight for advice and she told me just to keep thinking happy thoughts. She also advised me to eat more of those delicious mushrooms and my stomach doesn't stop hurting. Starlight gave me a whole basket of them. I'm eating them right now. She's such a generous mare. I'm not sure if this is allowed, but I don't really care. These mushrooms are just so delicious. Dear Diary, bad news. It seems a member of our flock has left us. I couldn't believe it when Starlight told me. I never seen her so angry. But I can't blame her. What kind of selfish pony would just abandon us like that? Don't they know that we're their family now? It's so inconsiderate. But Starlight assured us that she wasn't surprised. There were always those too blind to understand the truth. Fortunately, I'm not one of them. I feel sorry for that poor stallion. I really liked Party Favor. It's too bad he betrayed us and ran away in the middle of the night. Such a silly pony. I wonder why he still vandalized poor Starlight's cottage like that. I don't know what he intended to accomplish. He just wrote, "Don't eat the mushrooms" in red paint. How could he be so cruel in the face of Starlight's generosity? He must have gone too far. Even Starlight couldn't get through to him. How unfortunate. Dear Diary, Night Glider and 2 other ponies went missing. I know I shouldn't write something like this, but I'm starting to get worried. First Party Favor, Double Diamond and Sugar Bell. Now this. Our village is starting to shrink, but I'm sure Starlight will fix it. Those ponies might have been misguided, but they'll come back. No pony can resist the truth forever. Dear Diary, I don't know what to do. My mind is filled with positive thoughts, and I've been eating the mushrooms, but my stomach ache wasn't gone away. In fact, it's gotten worse. I looked in the mirror yesterday, and I could have sworn my belly was getting bigger. Am I eating too much? It's not my fault these mushrooms taste so good. I've almost gone through the basket Starlight gave me. Maybe she'll give me another basket if I tell her what I've overheard yesterday. Yeah, she'll definitely reward me if I tell her about it. Then I can get better. Dear Diary, it worked. I told Starlight about those mares who were planning to leave and she rewarded me. I'm so happy. But those poor mares, they actually wanted to leave. They weren't even talking about bringing other ponies here. Ponies who have taken all of us away. I'm glad I told Starlight about them. Who knows what they would have done if I hadn't warned Starlight. And she gave me a big basket of mushrooms as a thank you gift. My stomach ache has gotten even worse and my belly is 2 times bigger than it has 2 days ago. But the mushrooms will help. Dear Diary, there are only about 3 ponies left in the village. My stomach ache is getting worse. My belly's so big that it drags across the ground when I walk. I don't sleep anymore. What is happening? Where did every pony go? I miss my family. My mare friend is probably wondering what happened to me. Sweet Celestia, I told her I was going on a business trip. I promised to be home in time for her birthday, but her birthday was 2 days ago and I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to leave, but I'm too scared. My stomach hurts all the time and I can barely move. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dear Diary, Starlight just showed me something amazing. I could hardly believe it when I saw it. You know that cave? The one Starlight visits almost every day? Well, today she came to my cottage. I couldn't believe it. Out of all the ponies in the village, she chose to visit me. Well, actually, I'm not sure if there are any ponies left in this village. Golly, it's been so long since I left my cottage. I've been sleeping and eating those delicious mushrooms. I wonder what happened to my diary. When I woke up today, there was a page ripped out of it. I must have done that by accident and forgot all about it. Silly me. The cave was a lot bigger on the inside than it looked on the outside. I could have fit my entire cottage in there. And it was so beautiful. The walls covered in all kinds of crystals and rock formations. It was the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Starlight said this cave had been there for a long time, and she said she built her little village here on purpose because she sensed something mystical and dangerous in that cave. She led me into one of those side chambers. That's where I saw it. Or should I say them. All of them. All the villagers who had gone missing or left over the past few weeks. I was so surprised I almost fainted. If Starlight hadn't been there with me, who knows what would I have done. I'm so lucky to have some pony like her beside me. Otherwise I wouldn't have realized the truth. But Starlight explained to me. She told me everything about what she discovered in that cave. I was so mesmerized I almost forgot to listen. All of my wonderful friends from our town were lying on the floor. They looked like they were sleeping, but their eyes were wide open. They were just laying there, staring up at the ceiling and making strange noises like they couldn't breathe quite correctly. I was a little startled at first, but Starlight promised it was alright. She said that they had just been saved and I was next. But the best part was I finally found out where those delicious mushrooms came from. All those ponies lying on the cave floor had them. There were dozens of big ones growing out of their chest. Starlight said spores spoke to her. They told her that she had to eat them, otherwise she never achieved their goals after eating them. She suddenly knew exactly what she had to do. She had to protect our town from those who wished to destroy it. She had to protect us from the outsiders who want to drag us back into that horrible world of cutie marks. So she fed those other ponies the mushrooms, and now no pony can take them away. They're all going to be together and equal forever, just as Starlight intended. I'm sitting in my cottage. My pain in the belly is almost unbearable, but I understand everything now. You see, the spores are speaking to me as well. I think it's almost time. In a little while, I'll be able to join my new family in the cave. I'm so glad I came here. I'm so glad Starlight Glimmer showed me the error of my ways and introduced me to this wonderful new life. I heard Starlight talking about the ponies coming here. Apparently some pony managed to get a message and went to the outside, but I'm not too worried. They're not going to take us away. I can already feel the stirring in my belly, and when those other ponies come, they'll end up just like us. I'm so happy.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.